I was first connected with it as I had two sons that rode horses, and they've been part of the equestrian team. As a parent, we wanted them to ride horses, and there's no other schools in Queensland that have the horses on site like they do here. So it's quite unique, and it's a very, very strong program and a very strong team.
My sister used to ride, and we're from Pittsworth, and she used to do inter-school competitions, and she saw Scots all travel together, and she thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And then she told me about it, and I was like, oh, I really like that idea, and I like the idea. Then I looked up Scots online, and I was like, this sounds amazing. So I begged my parents, and then
you begged your parents?
Yes, I begged for a few years.
For a few years?
Yep.
So this was consistently begging?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did the begging start?
When I was in grade 7, and I came here in grade 10. So it was a few years.
Well, no. High five for persistence.
I know.
Grade 10. Wow. So why are you so passionate about coming to the school?
Well, I've always wanted to experience boarding for one, and then I thought, well, going to school with my horse, that's pretty cool. And I was just so excited. I never wanted to stop riding, so I thought, well, I don't have to stop riding if I go to boarding school.
Seeing how much time it takes to look after a horse and train a horse, and the amount of money and hours that the students and their parents have to do, I think it's absolutely unique to have the horses here on site at the school. So the student can go up, and we see them regularly go up in the morning and feed and train their horse, come back down, go to school, and they'll go up at lunchtime to check their horse, and then come back down and go to school, and then go back up. Now, if they had to travel from a school that has equestrian but has an equestrian centre elsewhere, all that travel time to check that animal, or get somebody to check that animal, is taking out of their academic classroom time and their social time with their peers. And so by having it on site is unique, because these kids can go up and then come back and don't miss out on anything in school, and they can care for their horse, and they really care for their horse, probably more than they care for their friends in some cases. So they go up and look after that animal and be able to be close to their horse, feel comfortable, feel happy, that they can check if the horse is ill, they can go up straight away. So they're focused more in his class. They get better value out of class because they're right here on site. And we've got dressage rings, we've got world-renowned coaches coming on. They can do jumping, they can do all sorts of stuff here on site. That's unique. I don't think too many schools I can think of, there's a few, but not too many in Australia that have the equestrian centre all here on site.
We came here for a look, and I instantly fell in love with the equestrian centre and the school and that, and I just felt at home straight away. And I told my parents I'd come here if I couldn't bring my horse, and because I'd always said to them I'm not going unless I can take my horse, and then when I said to them I'd come without my horse, they were...
That's a big statement.
Yeah, they were pretty excited, so.
How long have you been involved with horses for?
Oh my goodness, I'm 17 and I started when I was 7, so 10 years. Yes.
So was that driven by your parents or you?
Well, it was actually driven by my sister. So
you blame your sister?
Yeah, blame my sister, right. I have 2 older sisters and a younger brother, and my oldest sister was into singing and dancing, and that was, her thing. And this was when we were really young. So I was really young. I, didn't have a thing because I was really young. And then my second sister, she didn't really have anything to do. So Mum was like, oh, we'll just buy her a pony. So they bought her a pony, and then I was like, Mum, I want to ride ponies. And then Mum's dad actually said to her, she said, don't get Holly a pony. She'll fall in love with it and she'll become very dedicated, and you'll be stuck with horses for the rest of your life, and it will be expensive. And she's like, no, I can't say no to her. She wants a pony. So she got me a pony, and here we are 10 years later, and I'm still riding.
Save so much money.
Yeah, Mum's like, oh, if only I'd given her a tennis racket.
It's so much cheaper.
So much cheaper.
But you love it.
I love it, yeah.
A lot of schools have equestrian, what they would call programs. I would say they have equestrian teams. We have an equestrian program. We've got great coaching. Again, amazing facilities with our dressage ring and our jumps, and the ability for kids to truly train properly whilst they're at school. I don't think there's any other school in the country that has those resources that we do. Some of the performances that we've had, 5 girls representing us, or representing Queensland at the national titles. So it covers all spectrum. It's an amazing thing to see.
I've been a part of the equestrian team since I came here.
Equestrian.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of you guys.
Yeah, I know. so many of us. And yeah, that was probably the main reason why I came here, was the equestrian side of things. And also, I think both my mum went to boarding school, and it's just totally different to living at home and being a day student. She sort of wanted me to get that experience. And it's done me so well. Like, I've learned about routine, I've learned about, you know, staying within boundaries and stuff like that. You know, when I'm not riding horses, it just feels like something's missing in my life. And I've been around horses ever since I was little, really little. Yeah. The equestrian program here is so amazing. The actual equestrian centre at school, you know, before and after school, I literally have to take a 5-minute walk to go see my horse. It's amazing. We're so lucky. Yeah. I can't stress it enough. Like,
so how lucky are you?
Very, extremely lucky.